Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys I'm actually wearing a hat in my video today. Yes, I'm wearing my Washington Redskins hat. Even though they're out of the playoffs, I still love the team. I'm so glad what they did this year, and I hope next year is good as well. You like that? Sorry, I wanted to say that in this video. If you've been watching NFL and you love the NFL football and you're from America, you probably know what I'm talking about. Do you like that? But enough about that. We're going to be talking in today's video, guys, about a card that there's pretty much, I wasn't going to make this video actually because number one, I was sick this past week, and I'm starting to feel better, by the way, but I'm still kind of under the weather. You may hear me nasally talking, coughing in this video. I do apologize. And number two, the reason I'm going to make this video actually now is because a lot of people have asked me to do this video. Subscribers, viewers, personal friends of mine have all said this is a good topic. I think you should give your opinion on this and whatnot. So I said, all right, let's do it. No harm, no foul. But I personally feel like we'll be talking about, should Naturia Beast get banned? Now, before I start talking about should I think Naturia Beast should get banned or should not get banned, let me tell you this straight up. There are two different camps out there. There are people that say there's enough evidence to say that Naturia Beast should get banned. And there's other people out there with the train of thought that's saying, hell yeah, I think Naturia Beast should not get banned because it's not a ban-worthy card and it helps us against the meta. That seems to be the more loud and vocal part of the camp, and I'm personally kind of biased towards people that say that. I love this beast. I've loved this green face of a lion since I played Six Samurais back in the day, and you would go Shien, then go flip up double-edged sword technique, go Naturia Beast or double Shien, and you pretty much would lock your opponent out of powerful spells and traps and have some back row in your back row, and you're good to go, baby. Lock and load. But in today's game, pretty much the facts that people are saying with Naturia Beast, and this is my original one that I've played forever, is that Naturia Beast locks out a main mechanic of the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Pendulums. It locks players out of powerful spell cards. Konami's been known to, ban cards that stop things. The Daijin lock, that stop a certain mechanic in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Daijin lock. The Lava Chain, Exoton, because it hurts, I guess you could say, pendulums. Why do they not hit Naturia Beast as well? So, here's my thoughts on the topic. Do I think Naturia Beast should get banned? No. I personally believe the card, it's a great card. It's a good anti-meta card. I will say this also. I've used Naturia Beast since the Pendulum era, and pretty much since spell books, really, were prevalent in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And pretty much made decks to focus around Naturia Beast somewhat. Not Naturias necessarily, but if they had Earth attributes, I would put something in there to make it easy to go into Naturia Beast. Madolches, for example. I loved playing TG Madolches because that gave me the ability, sometimes, depending upon my setup, to go into Naturia Beast against certain matchups that were really good with TG Striker and maybe Hoot Cake. Six Samurais. It's one of the reasons why I've always loved Six Samurais, and against, Pendulums, you go if you know your matchup and you know you're facing Pendulums, Naturia Beast first turn, set some back row, you're good to go, man, and it's pretty much, they're going to have some trouble getting around that. But here are my reasons why I do not think Naturia Beast should get banned. Granted, I do understand it does shut down the mechanic of the game, and spells are pretty much one of the most powerful things in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's been that way since the beginning of the game. Most of the cards on the ban list are spells, if you really look at it. All the way from Spellbook of Judgment, to pretty much, back in the day with Confiscation and Delinquent Duo, there's a lot of powerful spells, and most of those come out of Magic Rulers, but Spell Rulers now known, but there's a lot of spells on the ban list, and spells are very powerful in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Naturia Beast stops those, and it stops the pendulum mechanic or the activation of the pendulums in the pendulum zone, to say it properly. But should it get banned? No. And here are my reasons why, as I'll state. Number one, it has very weak attack. It's very easy to get over Naturia Beast. The only time Naturia Beast should prove a problem to certain people out there is if Naturia Beast is on the field and has some back row set up. a Naturia Beast on the field, and this comes from players' experience facing Naturia Beast throughout the years and playing with Naturia Beast. I find Naturia Beast is at its best when you have a Naturia Beast on the board against a spell-oriented deck, and you have 3 back row in the back row in the field, or 2 or 3. That's a powerful setup, especially if those traps or spells in the back row are very good. So, an example, if I have a Naturia Beast out in the field today, and I have a Solemn Warning, a Bottomless, and a Solemn Notice in the back row, that's powerful. That's hard to get over, because pretty much I have the plays to stop your counter push and lock you out of your spells. Okay, granted, that's the one time Naturia Beast I find is so good. Granted, sometimes she can be used, can be used as a stun card, because you can pretty much, if you don't have the back row to back it up, it stuns your opponent, makes them waste resources to get around it. Granted, but is it ban worthy? No, still not. He's easy to get over, and people say, well, he's so easy to make. 1 Earth Tuner, 1 or more non-Earth Tuners. It's not generic. The reason why it's generic right now, people are saying it's easy to make, is because of one simple reason. Because Clown Blade, or the Clown Engine, is Earth-based. And because you can easily go into rank 4s, King of the Pharaoh Imps, get Palamalu, the 1 level tuner X-Saber monster that nobody cared a hoot about, you know, except my friend at Locals who played reptiles or aliens and made it easier for him to go into. Nobody cared about that card. And because rank 4s are prevalent in the game, and because the Clown Blade engine is Earth, and to combat other pendulums, which pendulums are mainstay in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of, you know, all the, you know, since Breaker of Shadows has been out, it helps, you know, in the mirror match and whatnot. But is that, think of all those hoops you have to go through just to get Naturia Beast out in the field. You have to go into a rank 4, you know, use King of the Pharaoh Imps to search out the level 1 tuner, then have another, you know, Earth. Granted, it's easy in a, you know, Pepe deck, but think in your mind, that's a lot of hoops to jump through to get to this. Granted, I think it's 6 Samurais. He's been better at 6 Samurais than Pepe any day of the week, because they can pretty much just go Elder, Kagemusha, Beast. Or Elder, Asceticism, Beast, back row, go. Like I said, the most scariest version to face Naturia Beast. But are 6 Samurais doing anything really right now in the meta? No. Good anti-meta deck? Yes. But that's beside the point. Yes, I do love my 6 Samurais as an anti-meta deck, but that's what I'm trying to say. It's not easy to make. It's very easy to get over. We don't have a lot of, I mean, granted, we have anti-spell fragrance, we have Twin Twister, we got all these other ways, you know, spell shattering arrow, Fairy Wind, I think it's called still, the trap, even though it's a little bit slower and Twin Twister's better. We got, you know, Wavering Eyes, things of this nature that, yes, they help combat pendulums, but personally, for older decks and decks that are, you know, it's not optimal to play this and it's easier to go into these things, Naturia Beast is a little bit better in that respect. But is it broken? It's a good card. It's a great card. But it's only an amazing busted card when you have the back row. You know, you're facing down a Naturia Beast with some back row. That is scary. He has no protection except against spells. That means traps can stop him. The problem right now with the Pepe builds, as of right now that is, from what I've seen the last week or so since Bosch has been released, they don't run that many traps. A Bottomless, a Time Space, a Warning. They're not even running Notice right now. If they ran some traps, probably, I don't think Naturia Beast would be a problem at all. But they want to run it the most optimal way, and that's perfectly fine. But I don't think it's ban-worthy. That's just my personal opinion. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I do have a bias towards Naturia Beast, so please keep that in mind. But these are just my reasons why. It's very easy to get over. It's not a generic thing. It's not like Exoton Knight, where I just take 2 rank 4s and blow up the field. It's not like that. It's not of that magnitude. The reason it's easy to make right now is because Pepe is easy to make it because they have to. They easily can jump through the hoops to make it. But I think he's fine. Do I think he's going to get banned at all? No. I highly doubt that he's going to get banned. If Naturia Beast got banned, I'd be like, oh, okay. And then maybe a couple months later, they'll be like, oh, unban it. but I don't think he's ban worthy. I don't think Konami's going to ban him. There's a whole bunch of other cards that take priority before Naturia Beast out there. If we're going to ban Naturia Beast, why don't we ban, Barkion, because he drops traps? Why not do that? Granted, I know Pendulum, people will say, well, Pendulum is a mechanic. It's got to be a broken card for me to say it's ban worthy. But that's just my thought, guys. Tell me what you think about Naturia Beast. Should it get banned? I say hell no. But that's just me. Like I said, I am biased towards the card. But I think there's worse cards out there and more important cards that need to get hit on the ban list before Naturia Beast ever comes up. But that's just my 2 thoughts, guys. Till next time, guys, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling, and I'll see all of you guys next time. Tell me what you think about Naturia Beast. Take care, everybody.